Okay, so you're welcome to Pepe Suarez Xtra on YouTube. Thanks for always watching us. We are grateful that you continue to watch us. We deem it a great privilege that you guys keep watching us. It is our extra page, and this page is dedicated to cover the Black Stars of Ghana, the Black Meteors, the Black Starlights, the Black Starlets, then the women's national team, and all of that. Yes, and then when there are top Ghanaian players in Europe, we cover their stories. Upcoming Ghanaian players, we do cover their stories for you. It is Pepe Suarez Xtra. Kindly subscribe to our channel if today happens to be the very first time you are watching any of our videos. Please do subscribe to our channel for us. You've been watching us, but you've not taken time to subscribe. It doesn't take too much to subscribe. Once you are watching the video, it is very simple. Once you are watching, you just click on the subscribe. When the D is added, it becomes subscribed. Then you are officially a member of the Pepe Suarez Xtra family. Thank you. Subscribe for us. Share the video for others to also know what we are doing here. Now, we are bringing you top Ghanaian players in Europe, but they are young talents that you may not know of. And I've told you that sometimes it seems I do more scouting than even the handlers of our national team. Can you blame them? Sometimes I know it is the people who offered them the jobs who also tell them what to do. So when you look at sometimes the squad that we call for underage competitions, under 17, under 20, you're asking yourself, so all those bunch of Ghanaian talent in Europe playing so well, why are they not part of our national team? But then we'll be chasing 17, 18, 19-year-olds to be part of the main Black Stars. Something that does not happen in Europe and the developed football nations like South America. When you are young, you pass through the ranks. Unless you are exceptionally talented, unless you are a generational talent, that is sometimes skip you to be playing at the senior national team level. But that has been our modus operandi as a country. Almost all coaches, especially because our junior national teams are handled by the local coaches. I am very certain in my mind that if we name a foreign coach, a foreigner, as one of our underage competitions coaches, like under 20, he will do scouting and call the very best of Ghanaian players who are playing abroad, because maybe our football association will not be able to control them. Other than that, it is quite surprising and mind baffling that we keep doing the same thing but expect different results. Now, there's this young Ghanaian boy who plays his club football for Granada in Spain. And his name is Oscar Nasei Oppong. Obviously, it should be Oscar Nana Osei Oppong, but they combined everything, and so it's Oscar Nasei Oppong. That's officially the name that he uses as a footballer. That is the name that is in his passport. So his name is Oscar Nasei Oppong. Nana and Osei pieced together, and we have Nasei Oppong. He's a young player, and the story is that Real Madrid, the White Angels, are courting this young Ghanaian boy. Real Madrid have sent scouts severally to scout and report to them on the young Ghanaian footballer named Oscar Nasei Oppong. So Oscar currently, as I said, plays for Granada, and he's currently, so that the season has ended. He has just one more year on his contract, and we are picking reports that Real Madrid, upon several reports they've received from their scouts, and they have recommended the Ghanaian to be part of the Real Madrid junior team. So you know that Real Madrid, they always keep their senior team and they have a junior team. That is the Castilla. They sometimes play in the Secunda division. When they are relegated, they go and play at the third division where they do it sector by sector. So they go and play there. The 20-year-old promising Gasman, he's a defender, has signed he signed a contract extension with second tier league outfit Granada last year, and that contract was a 2-year contract. So as I said, his current contract will be running out in June 2026. His current contract will run out in June 2026 and is a target for Real Madrid's Castilla. So I saw this story from a source that I trust so much. Of course, if you go to Spain and you are reading stories about Real Madrid, and the story is emanating from AS or Massa, you can rely on the story because those are pro Real Madrid newspapers. And so anytime they are writing, they write stories that are not contrary to the views of Real Madrid. We hear that Alvaro Abaloa, who is a former Real Madrid player, he was part of the Jose Mourinho team. He is now coaching the Castilla, and he has recommended that the board of Real Madrid approve a transaction for the purchase of the former Emmanuel City defender. The former Emmanuel City defender who goes by the name Oscar Nasei Oppong. He's a center back, very, very, very gritty center back. Now, I'll tell you about his scouting report because I have it here. And you will not be surprised why Real Madrid are considering to pay between 450,000 euros and 1 million euros. So he's ranged between 450,000 euros and 1 million euros. And that is the consideration that the Real Madrid authorities are giving a thought because the coach of the Castilla, Alvaro Abaloa, has recommended that he needs that particular boy in their setup. So he's 20 years of age. He joined Granada in 2023 from Emmanuel City Football Club in Accra. So straight from Emmanuel City Football Club, he joined Granada. And remember, Granada, they've been relegated, so they are playing in the second tier. They are in the Segunda division in the Spanish football. And this gifted boy has these techniques. I'm going to tell you about his scouting report. I have it here. So he's incredibly gifted in possession and a key component in starting attacks from the back. That is the first attribute that the scouting team says about the young Ghanaian center back. That he's gifted in possession. So meaning he's a ball playing center back. He's not the type of center back who play boom, boom, just pound the ball away. No. And they say that he's very good at starting attack. Obviously, if you are not a ball playing center back, if you are not a defender comfortable on the ball, you cannot start play from the back. This is the first thing I saw in the scouting report. Now he's also shown the capability to play at fullback due to his speed, and also he can play in defensive midfield. So these are the various positions that Oscar Nasei Oppong, who plays for Granada currently, but is being courted by Real Madrid, can play as a center back, as a fullback because of his speed, and again as a holding midfielder. And that is because he has control on the ball, and then he has the confidence to pass the ball. So that is it. I'll still take you through the report of the scouting team. He excels well with the ball at his feet and is also confident enough to play passes between the lines and is always to get the ball quickly. So I've told you about the fact that he's very comfortable on the ball, and then he has enough confidence such that the ball at his feet is not a problem. And then in between the lines, you always want to thread a pass in between the lines. He's not afraid to try that. That as a center back, he can try and give that defense splitting pass. Normally when you try those passes and it is intercepted, it can turn defense into attack on you. But there's a boy who is comfortable to do those things. One thing that is also good about him is that he has composure. And the scouting team describes his composure as terrific. A perfect mix of Sergio Ramos and Thiago Silva. So they say he's playing like a Sergio Ramos and a Thiago Silva. I'm sure a Sergio Ramos, as in his aggressiveness, as in his strength, and then Thiago Silva in his ability to read the game, to read the opponent's mind, to anticipate where the balls will be. That is something that the scouting team says about the young 20-year-old Ghanaian center back who is playing for Granada in the Secunda division in Spain. Being naturally two-footed is another great quality, which is rather rare among stoppers. He may not have the hype and the experience, but his talent has never been in doubt. So he's an ambidextrous player. It is the reason I say he can play on the laterals, on both sides of the laterals. If you put him at typical number 3, he can play and excel. If you put him at typical number 2, he can play and excel. One of the reasons why he's very comfortable on the ball is the fact that he's able to pass, he's able to control with the right or the left foot. So he's an ambidextrous player. His reading of the game is so good that he can anticipate situations before they escalate. But if he does get into danger, he can always rely on his long stride to get him out of trouble. The 20-year-old is a mature performer, and leadership comes naturally to him. So he's a leader, and then his anticipation, I was already talking about it. This is the scouting report of the young man. Having a strong stature, good vision, and self-confidence, the Granada young defender is a prototypical rock at the back whose general quality on the ball is a striking feature when watching him play, with the ability to comfortably play out from the back and complete long-range passes. And while he's astute on the ball, he remains more than capable of it in defensive situations. So when he's supposed to defend, he does it very well. Now let me tell you that Oscar Nasei Oppong has been named in the Ghana Under-20 squad for the inaugural Wafu Zone A and B Championship to be played in Ghana. So there's going to be, if you remember, there are games going to be played for Under-20. Even though Ghana failed to qualify for the World Under-20 Youth Championship. Yes, we just failed to qualify in Egypt when we lost our quarterfinal games to Egypt. But there's going to be another tournament. It is Wafu Zone A and B. And Oscar Nase has been invited. Now, the question that begs for answer is that why do we fail before we invite such players? If you read the scouting report of this young man, you'll be left with no other option than to agree that he is a great player, or to agree that indeed he's on a path to be a great player. And I've said it that we need our under-20 to develop these talents. But here we are, authorities will decide to pick their own players to the tournament. When we go and fail woefully, and then we come back, and then that is all. We are failing to get the next generation of our Black Stars players, and this could be dangerous for Ghana. I'm hoping that Real Madrid will snap up this young talent. Let me tell you, he may not grow in the ranks of Madrid to be a Madrid player, but he may. So the possibility is there. But I can tell you that at Madrid, he will develop, and Madrid can now sell him to other players. Look at Nico Paz and all the players who passed through the Casilla and they went out. Look at the way they are performing. So it is not even about he going into the Madrid team to go and start there. He can be in the Madrid team and then he will be sold out there. And that alone, the experience he will garner at Madrid will be something that will be very, very influential. Pray for this young man. I don't know him anywhere. I'm being honest with you. I don't know him. Emmanuel City FC, I don't even know the owner. And I don't know the boy. But when I read the story from Massa, yes, then there is some credibility to that story that indeed Real Madrid want to get this young man and then bring that young man to their side, and that could be good for the Ghana player and Ghana international Oscar Nasei Oppong. We wish you the very best. We wish him the very best. We pray that things will fall in place like it should be for him. Thank you so much for watching Pepe Suarez Xtra. Kindly subscribe to the channel for us. God bless us all.